So I trust that folks will realize that the reports that we send from the Integrity Commission, they are reports of facts. There are factual statements in the reports. Of course, there are recommendations attached to the reports which the law allows. The law says that the Director of Investigation may make recommendations. The recommendations that are made, the Parliament need not follow them.
Facts about money being lodged to the Prime Minister's account and nobody know who was lodging these monies. Facts about monies moving from a charitable organization and used to buy stocks and bonds. Facts about nil tax returns were filed. Facts about over $400 million going through accounts. And I played the clip with Howard Mitchell earlier. Howard Mitchell said one of the first red flag in financial investigation or financial crimes is multiple accounts. Now, if you feel comfortable having a prime minister that is under investigation for illicit actions, I'm going to look up the word if you don't know what the word means. And I asked the question the other day. If you have your business and you are employing, and you go into an area and you get a resume, and during your background check, everybody tell you that this person is under investigation for theft, for illicit actions, would you still employ that person? Knowing the person is under investigation. Yes, the person is not charged, but the person is under investigation. Would you employ that person, or would you want to wait until there's a final decision by the police? Tell me. Now, again about the lady who refused to shake Andrew Holness hand. Let me tell you something. That lady employs Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness worked for that lady. No, she bowed. She gave him a bow. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, now standeth in the ways of sinners, now sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Touch not the Lord anointed. So I see a lot of people out there cussing the lady too. But guess what? That lady have a right to decide whose hand she shake or who hand she not shake. Is the Prime Minister would be rude if she put out her hand for shake him and him not shake him hand? She's the employer of the Prime Minister.
Me personally know say the Integrity Commission never did a tell a lie on the Prime Minister. Then again, why would the Integrity Commission want to offend the Prime Minister by telling lies on the Prime Minister? Now, I always say to people, Andrew Holness run a criminal organization. If you don't like and share this video yet, people, may I ask you for your favor, please like and share this video. If you don't like and share this video, may I ask you to please like and share this video, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. Alright? Now, I always say to my viewers and my subscribers, I always say to my Jamaican people, them say, Andrew Holness is running a criminal organization. He's doing a lot of money laundering. And people feel like a joke me I make. Now, I want you to look into this. Andrew Holness get too much billions of dollars for burial. For the people that were affected by burial. Down to Cayman. Give our country money. Where are all of those money? You can't find them, don't. Over NCB. Right now, NCB crashing up people. NCB crash. and for all of the people them that sit back, sit down, and waiting on their money, including me. I wait upon the money. It look likely that you won't be getting back your money because NCB crash. What I mean by that, you're going to learn it further on down inside of this video. Now, what I always telling the people, the money them where they miss out at NCB, and then nobody a thief out the money. Yeah, people are thief out the money. Because them a give people access to thief the money. But deep down, I don't really saw it go. The bank allegedly take the money and invest it to make bigger money so they can pay on the back. That's why they give you a timeline. Tell us, all right, 105 days, 3 months, 6 month time, and you still not get back your money because they cannot pay back everyone at the same time. And some people miss enough money than some. Now NCB are in such a mess right now where I don't know how them are going to take themselves out of this one. But as me say, the Minister of Jamaica and NCB, they are all working together, allegedly, people. I want to look into this. NCB collect charity for the burial people them. And he say any amount of money when he collect, he might go double it. Right? And I believe them collect 300 million. 150 million and they put 150 million on it. Something like that. And I'm going to learn that further on in the video as well. And until today, they them still haven't handed over that money as yet. 1 year. 1 year now. And them still haven't handed over the money just like how the Prime Minister haven't handed over the money as yet. But people, make us start the video and come back and talk some more. Because this video, man, very interesting, you know. Bless up to my viewers and my subscribers them. May hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful evening. Now my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first. In any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now my viewers and my subscribers, we have a lot coming up inside this update, so you definitely don't want to miss none. So remember, watch the video until the end. And remember, like up the video, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. Alright? Make you run the intro and come back. We're soon forward. Welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers them. Big up to all of my viewers, big up to all of my subscribers them. We continually support the channel and help the channel to grow. Now people, remember to like and share this video. Remember to like and share this video and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed as yet. Now today, the 9-year-old that animal took her life a few weeks ago. Today, she laid to rest. You understand? And it was a good turnout, but not a good sight. Because no one wants to lose a loved one. Especially your little 9-year-old daughter. Nobody no want to lose them baby, their child, their son, their daughter, their brother, their sister, their friend. Nobody no want to lose. And I just want to say, my condolences to the family and friends of that little 9-year-old. May her soul rest in heaven. Alright? Now people, check this out.
The things that I love and hold in my heart are just borrowed.
In the report tabled in Parliament on Tuesday, Director of Investigations Kevon Stevenson says the millions of dollars transferred between three companies linked to Mr. Holness raises several concerns. He has called on Tax Administration Jamaica, TAJ, and the Financial Investigations Division, FID, to probe the company's accounts for potential irregularities. According to the report, Mr. Holness is connected with or had financial interests in three companies: Imperium, Positive Media, and Estate Bridge. Imperium is wholly owned by Mr. Holness and is a holding vehicle for his assets. A forensic examination of accounts attributed to Mr. Holness and the referenced companies for January 1, 2020 to June 13, 2023 revealed intercompany deposits and withdrawals in excess of $470 million and $427 million respectively. According to Mr. Stevenson, the transfers are not supported by the apparent capital generated. But Mr. Chung questions the veracity of this claim.
And I'm trying to figure out what the relevance of that finding is, because transactions can move between accounts based on, liquidating one asset, getting a loan, setting it up somewhere else, and set it up somewhere else for use. So, for example, Positive Jamaica, I understand, is a foundation, and you might want to move money from a foundation to another account, which is an investment account, to do transactions. Particularly when I look at Table 6, which is the assets, liabilities, and income held by Mr. Holness, you don't really see any significant positive movement in it. You see that there's movement between US dollar assets and Jamaican dollar assets, but the total of it doesn't seem as if there's any significant increase in assets.
The chartered accountant also calls into question claims by the Commission that a company named Green Emerald does not generate sufficient income to support loans valuing $20 million to Positive Media between 2021 and 2022.
I've looked through the report and I see, for example, that they're questioning loans from a company that does not have the income to lend the money. You don't have to lend money like that. You can lend money by basically being a guarantor, taking it in one name and sending it to another company. So there are some things there that I'm still trying to understand the conclusion from it, because I think there are still some things missing.
In addition, Mr. Chung says the Director of Investigation's claim of potential tax evasion on the basis of certain entities filing nil tax returns is dubious.
People filing nil returns, if you don't generate any profits, because remember, income is not profits, then, you could file a nil return. And a lot of people also in the country, not just be touching this one, get dividends, for example, which is taxed at source, and don't know that they're supposed to file that also. I don't find that there's anything suspicious with it. The assumption also is that the tax people are not doing their work if the filings were made, because when you file, you actually do file financial statements with it. So it's not that you're just going to file the returns alone. As I said, if there's no profit, then of course it's going to be nil, because you don't get charged tax on total income.
Mr. Chung says the Integrity Commission should share the detailed findings from the International Forensic Auditor who was engaged as part of its probe.
Now, my viewers and my subscribers, this is the man that Andrew Holness placed as the head of the FID. I played this audio already, but it seems like a lot of people never hear it, because people keep on saying to me that the man only say nothing wrong with Andrew Holness having 28 bank account. That is not just the only thing where him say. Him say all of this when him just say inside of this audio as well. Him say more. There's so much things that this man had said. Them just a try to hide it. So you feel like Jamaican people should feel comfortable with this man investigating Andrew Holness? Tell me. No, me tell you already now. There is a criminal organization going around. And that is Andrew Holness criminal organization, where him having people them we go around under them criminal activities. Now, nobody feel like say Andrew Holness go down so easy, because in that scheme that Andrew Holness are in, he's not just the only one, There is so much people. There are so much others in that same ring that way Andrew Holness, Big top man, small man, they are all in it. So that is why it is going to be very difficult. And it is going to cost war because a lot of these people now go on the embarrassment upon themselves. They know them now go on lose what them have and them now go on go to prison. That's why I say on pray. Pray for Mark Golden because these people, they're gonna come at him very hard. You hear me tell you? Now over there in the NCB, there is pure passa going on over there in NCB, and this a passa your people, it stink. It won't wash, it won't bathe, it very stink people. Now, over the years, a lot of people have been missing their money from this bank. A lot, including me. Right? And we are yet to hear the Prime Minister come out and say anything about the money that we are missing. The only difference with everything is that because when you check it out, NCB and SSL are literally the same thing, NCB and SSL are literally the same thing. The only difference is that one get caught and locked down and one is about to collapse and lose everything. But people, I want to watch this video very keenly. Watch it to the end while Andre Stevens release some very valid information. Alright, you don't want to miss out on this information because you maybe want to take your money out of NCB and run them away. Alright, so listen up people, check it out.
What a guana NCB? Everybody silent now. The Guardian in a Trinidad and Tobago report on it. The Guardian report found the bangarang with the guana NCB. Jamaica, are you aware that Michael Leachin potentially going to lose majority shareholdership in NCB? What do I mean by this? Go ask the people them if you get them dividends. Go ask the investors them if you get them dividends from NCB. How much time Leachin a meet pan them in a Zoom call and conference call and then cannot get no money from the NCB? You know wondering what I'm talking about? From the NCB. You know wondering what I'm talking about? Ask the people them. Look here. AIC Barbados Limited, another Leachin affiliate, held a bondholders meeting on April 23 to discuss 12 instruments with a combined face value of US 72.84 million and AIC bond value at 1.5 billion, secured a one-year extension last December. So Leachin look like him having a serious cash flow problem at NCB. You want to learn more? They are going to the market trying to raise about 300. Separately, AIC Barbados has been off-flooding shares on the Jamaica Stock Exchange over the last 2 years, with how much 53,993,194 shares sold between June 2023 to March 2025. That has raised over $3 billion. Between January and March, the company sold another $10.31 million worth of NCB Financial Group shares, raising over $509.63 million. This no sound good where they go on. Producer, put up more. Put up more, make Jamaica see where they go on. Talks with bondholders have been ongoing since last year, with activity ramping up between March and June for several bonds. Specifically, Coffee Investments Company Limited, one of Leachin's entities, has been in discussions over 1.9 billion bond, according to the Jamaica Gleaner. There have been no public updates in recent times, but bond holders have rejected some extension requests. The people them were have shares in a NCB capital market and all of them something. They cannot get their money. Continue again, producer. You know want to hear more? You know want to hear more tonight? Who want to hear more? Ship is sinking over there. You ever wonder why so many people losing 10,000, 15,000? According to June 4 offering memorandum, as of the date of the offering memorandum, certain of these bonds are delinquent with request to principal and interest payment. A plan has been submitted to the relevant bondholders for approval, seeking a deferral and restructuring of the affected payment obligations. You see where they're going? You see where they're going? You understand where they're going, Jamaica? You realize a lot of people have been losing money out of NCB. And what? When you go, nobody can help you and tell you how your money go. Many of you, and me not talk about bondholders now. Me I talk about people that lose 5,000, 30,000, 20,000. And when you go there, and are you aware that Cornerstone Financial recently has acquired a significant stake in NCB Financial Group, 30% of NCB? These things are not being spoken about. See there, a lot is happening at NCB and people not talking about it. Jamaica media not talking about it. Jamaica media not talking about it. State media not talking about it. But look like Michael Leachin is having serious cash flow issues. And he has to be selling off a lot of things to be holding NCB. Have to be Jamaica. Do you understand what is happening? And the Bank of Jamaica is not talking about the complaints that they're receiving from NCB. A lot of people are getting woes with NCB. And the local media in this country is hiding it. Dear Michael Leachin, I am calling you in front of the class. Mr. Leachin, I wanted to ask you, I want to do an interview with you, Mr. Leachin. You need to come and explain to Jamaica what is happening with the National Commercial Bank Financial Group. I want to ask you another question, Jamaica. I want to ask you another question. Who remember last year, NCB told Jamaica that they are going to give how much millions of dollars in COVID, in a barrel. Who remember when Leachin and the NCB Foundation said that they would have matched the amount of money that come in? So if 300 million come in, them said them are going to give another 300. Who remember Leachin saying that? Them said them are going to give another 300. Who remember Leachin saying that? I can't recall Jamaica. That was July last year. We are now in June, 11 months after. Has NCB given over them money there where them commit to helping burial people? Me not recall Jamaica, but if I stand corrected, Jamaica, that if them get, me will stand correct. But nothing in Jamaica passed my eye. Nothing in Jamaica passed my eye. And me not recall Leachin or the NCB give over the money for say where them are going to use for burial. Anybody know where the money gone or where the money turn? Me don't know Jamaica, but me think me have a duty for ask where the money there. You remember him says CEO of NCB Foundation, Sherry Martin, explained the fund will establish with an initial pledge of 20 million from NCB. We will also solicit corporate and individual contributions for this vital cause. All donations received will be matched by NCB with a maximum of $150 million. Chairman of NCB Financial Group, Mr. Leachin, we are deeply concerned for our fellow Jamaicans who have suffered emotional and financial loss during the hurricane. The fund is an opportunity to provide a total of $300 million to help restore community and normalcy to the lives in communities. I want to ask Jamaica tonight, has anyone heard of NCB Group? Anyone heard of NCB handing over those money to people? Has anyone heard the money handed over to the government, or has anyone heard the money handed over to anyone? I'm asking tonight again. Has anyone heard? So I am asking Michael Leachin tonight. What happened to the burial fund? What happened to the burial money, Michael Leachin? Me go ask Jamaica tonight again. Michael Leachin, what happened to the burial money? Me go ask again Jamaica. Was this fund used for the burial people, or was it used to help NCB? Because the way how NCB look like it in major woes. The way how NCB look like it is in major woes, Jamaica. This don't look good. Jamaica. Why must I leave that? I can't leave it. They're committed to helping the people in burial. I can't recall any funds being handed over to the people. And they're committed to say they were going to help the people. Where is the money that you committed, Michael Leachin, to help the people with burial? Where is the money, Mr. Leachin? Where is the money? Hello, good night.
Good night, Professor. You're having a solid program tonight as usual. NCB is increasing payments for monthly mortgages and motor vehicle loans. They are seizing a lot of motor vehicles and store them at Neon Trucking Limited at 45 to 47 Constant Spring Road in Kingston. So the customers are under heavy pressure from NCB. I want to tell you, if we had a proper BOJ, Bank of Jamaica, that bank would be sanctioned long ago for the oppression that it is causing on Jamaicans. It's a group that is also riding on the backs of the poor, just as SSL and First Rock. But something has to be done to NCB. They are doing a lot of seizures. Their customers are suffering.
All right. So you say Bank of Jamaica, you say Bank of Jamaica sleeping on this matter?
Yes, because people's monthly payments are increasing and they don't know why. Why is that so?
Oh, all right. Thank you for that. I'm going to take another call from Head Boy, and because this one is interesting. Head Boy, good night.
We must run away the vulture capitalists from our midst. The vulture capitalists that we have. You pointed this article that you spoke in Trinidad.
Yes.
From last year, the opposition, which is now the government in Trinidad, the United National Congress, and in particularly their senator, who is the housing minister, Senator Anil Roberts, who has a program like yourself in Trinidad, has been talking about the issues with NCB, because NCB Financial Group, they're the largest shareholder in Guardian Holding. it is the insurance group,
Yes.
which has other companies under it, and they had defaulted on their debt, their payment, their bond payment to them. They couldn't pay back their debt.
Wow.
And what they had done was they had friend up the. Remember, I shared that friend up the current government then, which was the PNM, true, because Leachin and the then Prime Minister for the short time, Stuart Young, were very close.
Like
very
how,
good friends.
like how I'm very close with Andrew Holness in Jamaica.
But that's what he does. He goes across the region and he befriends these prime ministers in an attempt and tell them when he can bring come there. Because you see what happened, they have a lot of regard for
just
him.
Just as I'm come and him and Holness talk about them, I got grow the economy 5 in 4 and nothing was done.
But you see, this one is the worrying one because it's the bond. People have to understand how dangerous this is, you know. Imagine our coffee industry can be taken over tomorrow morning by outsiders that we don't know.
Mighty God.
Because the specialty coffee company that was set by Leachin, which we won, and I can say we because I opposed. My grandfather was a coffee farmer and me can pulp me coffee, me can parch me coffee. The amount of pickle me clans used to mash me up when me used to go up in the hill to pick coffee.
Yes.
And when the coffee groups met at Mavis Bank Coffee Factory, Leachin, nobody could tell me, could ask the public.
Yes.
God was at the meeting then. Him fly down in a helicopter and him tell the coffee farmers, oh, I'm going to give you the best for your coffee price. Best price ever. I'm going to ensure. You know, the first thing that Leachin's company did when they acquired the coffee factory, Mavis Bank Coffee Factory.
Where am I today?
They reduced the price that they were buying coffee at 15 and 18,000 bag. Starting to buy the coffee then at 5,000.
5,000 a bag?
No, let me tell you how. Yes, Andre.
From 15 and 18 to 5,000 a bag?
That was the time when Ronnie Twade used to complain bitterly on Power 106 because Ronnie himself is a coffee farmer. And he used to say on his program when he was on Power 106 FM, Jamaican, people have to understand Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. It's a specialty. What that means is that you unpick it, the process is so it is ranked among some of the top coffees in the top coffee in the world. Per pound, Jamaican coffee per pound is anywhere between 90 to 150 US dollars per pound.
Oh.
Yeah? So it is a very expensive coffee. And what they're doing to the coffee farmers, this run the risk of every minute this man cannot pay his debt. Because people have to understand, you know, what a ban is simply, you know, we go to Andre, we go to Courtney, right? We go to the students here and I say, look here, my company having trouble. Me need $100 from each of you, but me go and pay the interest, me go and pay back the 100 with interest plus the principal. Yeah? And you say, okay, then you have up until March 2026, March 30th, 2026 to pay. If you don't pay by then, it attracts penalties. So all of these debt that NCB has been accruing has been attracting penalties because they have been missing the debt payment.
So
they have not been servicing their debt.
So it is this bad.
But it is even worse, teacher. Let us look at the thieving in NCB. And I'm going to let it go to let out what is happening. NCB knows that there's a glitch in their system. So banks have what is called, you know, your on time and your off time. So the systems that the banks operate, right?
Yes.
So when they're doing close of business, they call it the COB system, the close of business system. When NCB does its close of business, automatically in its close of business, funds are being deducted from people's account because of the glitch in the system.
What?
They know it. They know it. So there's nobody going in on nobody's account and I take out the money like they're making it out to be in most instances. Some have happened, but most of the $10,000 and $5,000 we're seeing missing, it's called a glitch in the close of business system. They use Tenemus, but they have not fully incorporated the core banking software in their program. to allow them to, when them do close up business and reboot, that there's no loss of information and data. And there are software experts in Jamaica who have said it to them that that's the problem you're having.
Mighty God.
And they have no interest in doing anything about it because it benefits them. Now with this burial fund money, do you know that the FATF report, because I had the distinct privilege of reading the FATF report.
Yes.
And what the FATF is Financial Action Task Force that removed Jamaica from the grey list. Do you know they had three problems? Three problems they had with us. Why it was persistent, why it took so long to come out.
Yes.
One of the problems was in relation to charities.
Charities.
Which the NCB Foundation is ranked as a charity. So what the FATF said they were seeing happening in Jamaica was that charities were moving more monies than ever before.
Really?
Does that sound familiar?
Charities running money. Like Holness take out the charity money. Lord God.
But we're not talking about Holness. It was not Holness alone.
Nigel too.
Run gone, set up a charity and could not tell us what the charity funds. And it could not give account as to what it did with its funds. Hence why Jamaica now had to upgrade its Charities Act. So the same politicians who making it hard for people who are do charity in Jamaica because they're breaching the rules. Charities have strict rules.
Mighty God. So where am to the money where Leaching and the NCB Foundation say them did go use the burial? Where that money they head boy?
My question is go and ask the Prime Minister and Leaching. Because my best bet would be if you look at the amount that they said they would match, 150 million, which was the intended target of 300 million. 150 million is almost shy of 1 million US. Yeah? Now, if you owe so much into bondholders, you get a 1 million US on the side. You know, just put that this and pay them and tell the government to soon give them it when time comes.
What you said?
It's simple. You owe bondholders, you get money, you get cash. Remember
so your conspiracy is that probably Mr. Leaching take the money for go pay the bondholder them?
More than likely. Or they took the money and they invested in maybe certificates of deposits or some short-term investments that would give them a higher yield.
What you said?
But that's the only explanation, because why you can't know what it.
Head boy. Where you say you think the charity, where you say you think they then use the burial money, though?
They invested it in some short, high-yield return papers. So particularly, let's say, certificates of deposits, which can go, which can mature at maybe 90 days, 180 days, and onward. Yeah?
Ball out! No, sir!
And those normally come with interest rates at 4 and 5% because it's in keeping with what's the interest rate of the country. So let's say I'm putting $150 million there. If you don't understand how interest is, right? You can make a lot of money from interest, teacher. A lot of money from just some
But the people who are the victims of the burial thing that them promise, them cannot be this vulgar and barefaced.
You know, well, when man desperate time call for desperate measures. Let's use another one that I know very well. Let's look at what is happening at Portland Holdings.
Lord God.
Right? No, you know, Portland Holdings is really the top. It's like the not leeching. Yeah? And that's where he really manages, because he doesn't really manage the NCB group, the day-to-day operation. But Portland Holdings he does.
Yes.
They had started some work in Barbados through this AIC, right? All of their investments in real estate in Barbados, they have virtually had to be pulling out of them as well.
No, this not sound good. This not sound good.
Right? The bank in Bermuda, the bank in Cayman, right now they can't sell it. They're looking for a buyer for those two banks.
Mighty God.
All I'm saying to the people, I am not picking any side. I'm not telling people where to put their money, because I'm not an investment advisor. But I'd say to people, take sleep and mark debt. Take sleep and mark debt.
So
and you have been speaking about this for a long time. You have been speaking about it.
No, man, NCB needs to answer the people tonight. But you realize that the media in Jamaica not talking about what is this that is.
They will not talk. NCB owns the media, my friend.
Man.
Are you forgetting?
Oh, CVM.
Are you forgetting the own? And are you forgetting that the RJR group has now gone to shareholder structure? You don't know if NCB is also a shareholder of the RJR group.
Mighty God.
So I don't know why we'd expect the media in Jamaica to say. What is worrying is that NCB, and this was what mashed them up, and that's why you see them so bullish now. When Mark Gordon announced in the parliament that our certificates of deposits, we're going to move them from some one bank alone of 81% of our CDs, NCB. 81% between them and Scotiabank. Huh? And the little banks now, who you can't even get access to the CD. So why is the government giving so much certificates of deposits? Why is NCB the only bank that, because what should have happened with this situation? The government removed the pension payment from the post offices, put it over into NCB, but the pensioners still have to pay.
What?
So NCB is making this, that is, how can a company be reporting profit every single year, massive profits, but can't pay the bondholders and can't pay the dividend payment to the shareholders?
Something wrong. Something wrong.
That is when you know something is seriously wrong.
No, head boy.
So the cosmetic surgery, the cosmetics that NCB is doing, and let me tell you what it is, anytime you see people move money for people, they start to behave. Yeah? NCB needs its role. Because you're right, and let's just be frank.
Yes.
Where else on earth is First Rock going to go for financial help?
I don't know.
They have no other, them not go to JMB. Them not go to Sagicor, because them
Sagicor done with them. Scotia now look on them.
Now go study them. So it's only one place them.
I don't think VMBS are going to look on them because VMBS themselves in a problem.
Because what has happened, teacher, we had a problem in Jamaica which we have allowed Andrew Holness to do, him and his wife.
Which
they have inflated state value of these properties in Jamaica by their own actions.
Oh, yes.
The real estate in Kingston and St. Andrew is overvalued. And so what has happened when you have an overvalued interest, and the banks are participants of that they're doing to people, because when the banks evaluate these properties, they have to do their own evaluation as well. And I'm sure in a lot of this little piece of property here, but them say $300 million.
320 million.
There is no way that property can value that much. There is no way. So you know the only thing them do? They keep on inflating the value of these things.
Me not think them go. People are saying him go Barita. I don't think Barita go look on them because Barita themselves have them own internal, have them own bangarang. Barita now look
on them. The man Barita was at it. The man Barita was at it because Barita was taken to court by the same Cornerstone Financial.
Louder one day tonight. Low hey, enough bangarang, you know. Plenty bangarang, you know. Mind you make
this is rich. This is rich people war. So I'll stay out of it. I'm a poor man. But all I can say to you, teacher, that this, and to your listeners as I go, that this situation requires that remember, NCB holds the pension funds of the NIF.
Yes.
Let me say it again. The pension
and the NCB
funds.
pay out part too.
Huh?
Now NCB pay out the part money too.
So you think them take all of them big contracts and get all of them big contracts? Teacher, if the bank can show it has, this is simple to you. You run in your partner, your PD TV kitchen, your partner drawer kitchen. If you can show that you are able to, in terms of your revenue coming in, is amounting to, let's say, 300,000. And you go to the bank and you look at 3 million loan. And Mr. Come to Andrew, me give you because your revenue show that you'll be able to service your loan. That's what NCB. So that is why NCB started taking all of these government contracts in terms of paying out because it is included in their cash flow.
Oh,
it is included in their cash flow. So once you put that on the cash flow, so them go to a bondholder, the bondholder say, wow, your books look really good. But if the bondholder should really dig deep, it's the cosmetic surgeries. There's no real...
The what? The cosmetic surgeries.
I call it cosmetics financing, or if you want to refer to what Reagan did say to Siaga, it's voodoo banking. I would
voodoo
say
what? Voodoo banking. Oh.
Voodoo banking is a